Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tad Talks. I am Tad, and today I'll be talking a little bit about the Gathering of the Juggalos and why I love it and why I think you should go too. So, first off, let me give you a little bit of my history here, or with the Gathering, that is. My first one was in 2013. My best friend had went in 2012 and he wanted me to go with him that time. But the only thing I really knew about the gathering at that point was that the Tila Tequila crap, which I'm not going to get into that here. But yeah, I didn't go that year. But the moment he got back, he was just on cloud nine. And I'm a collector of like horrorcore and underground memorabilia, as you might be able to tell from my wall in the background. And he just brought me home a big stack of CDs, promo cards, posters. And at that moment, I was like, yeah, I have to go now. But yeah, he had the time of life. And the next year, I went and had the time of my life. And some of my memories of that one, let's see, we entered the park. First thing I heard was Zug Island doing their set. I absolutely loved that. And we went to the first set we went and saw was later that evening. It was, man, I've been trying to think of the guy's name for the past couple days, and I just can't think of it. He had that one song called Oxycontin that was real big. If anybody can think of his name, please let me know down in the comments. But they started Jelly Roll came out with him, and they started throwing out shirts, and I caught my first shirt at the gathering. I was going to wear it today, but it's buried somewhere in my closet, and I actually wore it to ICP set at the end of the show. They always do their last headliner, and for that, it got completely soaked in Fago. I've washed it a ton of times, and the stains won't come out. So I was like, screw it. Those are memories anyway. So, yeah, that was exciting. And the shirt I'm wearing right now actually came from that first gathering, my Misery shirt. And that came from the Flowmaster Rap Battles, which Misery was there. I believe he was judging and hosting, and he did a small set with just a few songs. And I had just caught a shirt from him, but I caught it at the same time as the guy behind me. We kind of stared awkwardly at each other for a moment, and finally, I just let him have the shirt. My buddy beside me had just caught this one, so I he gave it to me since I gave up my shirt. And yeah, it's an awesome shirt. And the Flowmaster rap battles are always awesome. You got to check that if you go. But yeah, after that, this year will be my fifth gathering. And one big piece of advice, if somebody asks you if you want a free beer, don't do it, because that is the wheel of beer. And what the wheel is, there's different spots on it that will tell you, or has like different things you have to do to get your free beer. Well, when I spun the wheel, landed on a free beer, they were like, "Okay, bro, you gotta spin it again." Second spin, got another free beer, and at this point, they were getting a little bit aggravated. So, third time was I landed on the bare ass drag, and they dragged my ass down a hill covered in glow sticks. And long story short, I could not sit down for a week after that because of rug burn. And I don't think all the spots are that physically harmful. Most of it's just silly, random self-degrading shit you have to do. Like one guy had to spin around and let his dick waggle or something like that. But yeah, unless you're okay with getting your ass dragged downhill, I would not recommend that. But I did get two younglings out of the deal, so They were actually my first younglings too, so that was nice. And it's not all just music there. There is always contests, parties. Uh, they always do Psychopathic Radio Live. There's wrestling, of course, late night comedy. Just there, when you go to the gathering, I always try to make a list of all the stuff I want to do, but you can never stick to it because you literally cannot do everything at a gathering because there's just so much. There's never ending amount of stuff to do there, and not all of it's ran by Psychopathic. Like when out LSP's there, they always do their barbecue, which is awesome because when you're out camping for a week, you definitely want a good meal. And yeah, there's 3 stages. My spot is always the underground stage, but this year they are calling it the Cannibal's House stage, which, if you don't know who Cannibal is, he was a Juggalo. The first time they did the Juggalo Cipher, he got in the Cipher through the contest. I think they were doing it through the rap battles. I'm not sure. But shortly after that, I want to say maybe 6 months or a year later, uh, he witnessed a mother and her young daughter getting mugged, and he stopped the mugger, but he lost his life in doing so. So that is why they've named this stage after him, and it's very deservedly so. A lot of us hail him as a hero and a good example of what Juggalos are really like. And yeah, that is always my spot because that's where they put, like, I guess you could say the undercard talent or the up and comers. And it's my always my favorite spot to discover new acts and everything. And yeah, if you're there at that stage this year, you'll probably see me because that's where I spend damn near all my time. And let's see here. They always have the second stage, which more up and comers and established talent like Mad Child's usually always at that stage, which one of these days I hope they'll put him on the main stage. Or maybe he likes the smaller atmosphere, I don't know. But then you have your main stage, which is all like the big headliners. And the thing I love about it, in my 4 gatherings at this point, I make new friends, new homies every year. And our camp, my first gathering, our camp was me, the 2 friends I went with, sleeping on a tarp on a hill. And now, since then, our camp has grown to almost about 10 people now. Shout out to Joey, Corey, Brooke, Ryda, and everybody else. I love you guys. And yeah, the experience of just meeting new friends, and these are friends for life. I like, and oh, this year, I wanted to say that this is actually my 20th anniversary of being a Juggalo, and one of my excuse me, uh, where was I? Oh yes, 28 years, and I was watching the Juggalo show the day they announced the venue, and I was like, all right, sweet, it's coming to Indiana. And afterwards, I checked to see where the park was, and I was assuming it was up north, around Indianapolis or somewhere. And I find the venue on Google, I look it up, and it says Lawrence County, and I about shit my pants because I live in Martin County, which is the next county over. And it's like everything just came together for my 20th anniversary. And because I hate long car rides, I just hate them. And now I don't have to worry about that because it's literally right down the road. And it just kind of seems like everything fell together for my 20th year anniversary. And that's great. It's a great feeling. And let's see here. Oops, sorry. Shook the camera. Let's see. Favorite gathering memory would probably be the 17th when they did Wizard of the Hood live. And if you've seen any videos or you were lucky enough to be there, it was just surreal and magical. It was an absolutely awesome time, an awesome set. And after they finished doing the Wizard of the Hood album, they did a few others. And one of them was Hound Dogs, which they announced there during the show that was actually the first time they had ever done that song live. So as if the seeing the album in its full wasn't awesome enough, you got one little extra awesome moment that was exclusive to that year's gathering. And there's always stuff like that you'll see there that you won't ever see again, more than likely. Like this year, they're going to be doing an acoustic set on this Shazam stage, and I'm looking real forward to that. They're going to do like a lot of their songs that weren't acoustic, but they'll have acoustic songs too. Like the ones I want to see the most are probably the ones that everybody wants to see, and that'd be $50, and of course another love song. And there's one I'm hoping that happens there. Uh, they they're gonna have they always have a little surprise here and there. So the surprise I'm hoping happens for that is that Sin from Zug Island will join them on stage since he will be there, and they do a live acoustic version of Prison Song because that not just Zug Island, that's one of my favorite songs released from Psychopathic of all time. And let's see here. There's always going to be parties and lots of stuff. I think that's all I can think of to say for now. I was originally going to do my 10 acts I'm looking forward to the most on the Cannibals House stage, but I thought I'd do this little kind of history and thoughts thing first. So that video will still be coming up. I plan on doing more Juggalo related videos, and on this channel I talk about whatever I want to talk about. And if you're into other stuff like wrestling, retro gaming, and tons more, there will be a lot more content like that too. So please subscribe to keep up with my future videos, like and comment. Let me know what you're looking forward to here at the gathering this year. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.